A former sheriff's deputy now faces murder charges for shooting his own wife. Now, police initially said the mother of three killed herself. Her parents didn't buy it, and a local Fox journalist in Indianapolis decided to look into her death. After years of investigating, he uncovered evidence that forced the cops, in essence, to reopen the case. Yesterday, officers in Indiana arrested that former deputy for murder. You'll hear from the reporter who uncovered the evidence in just a moment. But first, a bit of the backstory. The man's name is Tom Fallis. He and his wife, Ashley, were having a New Year's party at their home in Colorado to ring in the year 2012. Ashley's mother says Tom, the husband, got upset because somebody brought over some weed, and everybody hated them, then went into the bedroom with Ashley and slammed the door. That's when the wife's relatives say Tom shot her in the head, the back of the neck specifically. And Tom told the 911 operator the wife shot herself.
My wife just shot herself in the head. Please help me. Please help me.
Well, cops did come. They eventually ruled it a suicide. But police photos showed these scratch marks on Tom, the husband's chest, signs of possible struggle. Then there's a neighbor who reported hearing Tom admit that he did indeed kill Ashley. And the couple's daughter, then but 6 years old, told police she, quote, saw Daddy getting the gun ready, and that she saw Daddy shoot Mommy. That journalist we mentioned is reporter Justin Joseph with our Fox station KDVR in Denver. He's live with us in Indianapolis in the newsroom of our affiliate there, WXIN. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shep. You know, still to hear those facts, it gives me chills. I mean, it's a pretty incredible story and a struggle that this family's gone through for the past 3 years.
Hey, man, did the cops know that this neighbor had said, I overheard the guy say he did this, or was that left out of a report? What happened?
Well, it was definitely left out of a report, and that's really what this case comes down to. You know, when we started investigating and knocking on doors, we found this neighbor who says, I've been waiting for police. It's been, at that point, 2 years. Where have police been? I told them this story, and they never came back and talked to me. Well, what he said is basically that he told police that the night of this killing, he was at his window, he had heard the gunfire, and he sees Tom Fallis running out, and the first thing he hears is he says, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this. His parents say, what did you do? And he says, I shot her. He says he told this Detective Yates that, and we looked at those reports, and in those reports, that statement never appeared. We also reviewed those reports and saw some things that looked like that were changed from what other witnesses say. So we had some serious questions for this detective, but when we confronted him, and he really just said, I can't talk about that.
Now, that detective who is alleged to have left things out of the report and changed some other things in the report, he was found not guilty criminally, but there's another review underway, right?
That's right. It's an internal review. And, you know, we sort of expected that because, remember, if this case keeps moving towards trial, which it now obviously is, the one thing that the prosecutor is going to have to contend with is they've got to defend a police department that really mishandled this investigation up front. And so to have a detective really criminally charged, which really would have been a sideshow. And so the focus here is on Tom Fallis and this criminal trial. And so the family says they really did expect that this detective would not face criminal charges.
Now, when you came forward with this new and sometimes different information, a new police department was assigned to investigate. Explain that.
Well, basically, Evans Police Department, when the accusations came out that they, you know, mishandled this investigation, there may have been some criminal misconduct, the chief stood up and really did the right thing and said, you know what, I'm going to have an independent police department review this. And Fort Collins, to their credit, did an excellent job over the past 7 months of really being fact finders in this. They talked to the witnesses that we provided. They found some other witnesses. And then last week, they presented all of these facts to the grand jury. And the grand jury said there's enough here to go forward. And that's why I'm in Indianapolis now. I'm actually from Denver. And so I was here yesterday when he was arrested.
If the charges are proven, if the current charges are proven, then what we know is a cop almost got away with murder because other cops helped him do so. When this evidence all came to prosecutors, how was it received? How did they treat you?
Well, I presented my findings to the local police chief, and he called a press conference almost right away to reopen the investigation. And so he really did the right thing to do that. From that point, I really haven't had much contact with the prosecutors because they've been sort of in lockdown trying to stay focused on the investigation. So from that standpoint, most of the information I've had since then has been from sources.
Justin Joseph, who got it all together from Fox 31 in Denver, with us from Indy today. Justin, thanks very much.